Act as if nothing bothers you. Stoicism secrets. Have you ever wondered what it would be like if you could walk through life completely unshaken by external circumstances, letting nothing and no one disturb your inner peace? In today's video, we're going to reveal 12 powerful Stoic principles that will teach you exactly that, how to act as if nothing bothers you and develop an unbreakable mental fortress that no challenge can penetrate. These aren't just theoretical concepts, but practical, transformative techniques based on ancient wisdom that range from mastering your emotional responses to building genuine indifference to things outside your control. And the best part, these are strategies that anyone can learn and begin applying immediately to transform their daily experience. As you watch this video, you'll not only understand better how Stoic equanimity works, but also how to apply it to revolutionize your relationships, your career, and your overall well-being. Imagine the power you'll possess when you can face criticism, rejection, failure, or conflict with complete calm and composure. Now think about how many times you've been thrown off balance by someone's comment or by circumstances not going your way. How different would your life be if external events simply couldn't shake you? So if you're ready to discover the profound secrets of acting as if nothing bothers you and developing the kind of inner strength that ancient philosophers possessed, stay with this video. Until the end, we're going to deliver 12 transformative Stoic principles that can change everything. Before we begin, I ask that you leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications so you don't miss any new videos. And if you're interested, at the end of the video, access our exclusive content that's in the pinned comment. Without further delay, let's begin our journey toward unshakable inner peace. Before we dive into the 12 Stoic principles that promise to give you immunity from external disturbances, it's essential to understand what it really means to act as if nothing bothers you. This phrase might sound like emotional suppression or indifference to life, but that's completely wrong. Actually, it's about developing such deep inner stability that external events simply don't have the power to disrupt your peace. Now, when we talk about not being bothered, we're talking about a profound philosophical and psychological state that the Stoics called apatheia. This doesn't mean apathy in the modern sense. It means freedom from destructive passions, freedom from being controlled by circumstances beyond your control. It means you still care deeply about things, but you're not emotionally dependent on outcomes. For example, have you noticed how some people can receive devastating news and remain remarkably composed? Or how certain individuals can be criticized harshly and simply brush it off without defensiveness? Much of this comes from their understanding, whether conscious or unconscious, of Stoic principles. And the incredible news is that this capability can be deliberately developed through practice. So throughout this video, we're going to explore 12 powerful Stoic concepts, explaining how each one works and how you can apply them to your own life. From learning to distinguish between what you can and cannot control, to knowing how to reframe any situation to preserve your peace, these techniques will equip you with powerful tools to become truly unshakable. It's crucial, however, to always keep in mind that this journey requires consistent practice and patience. You won't become a Stoic sage overnight, but each time you apply these principles, you're building mental and emotional muscles that will serve you for the rest of your life. Let's begin. Principle number 1, the dichotomy of control. Let's start with the most fundamental Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. This is the bedrock upon which all Stoic practice is built. Imagine that someone spreads false rumors about you at work, or a project you've invested months in fails due to circumstances beyond your control. Your natural reaction might be anger, frustration, or anxiety. But what if there was a way to remain completely at peace even in these situations? This is what the dichotomy of control offers. The Stoics taught that everything in life falls into one of two categories: things within your control and things outside your control. What's within your control? Only your own thoughts, judgments, intentions, and responses. What's outside your control? Literally everything else. Other people's opinions, your reputation, outcomes, events, the past, the future, even your own body to some extent. Epictetus, the great Stoic teacher, said it clearly: some things are within our power while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever are our own actions. Not within our power are the body, property, reputation, office, and in a word, whatever are not our own actions. When you truly internalize this principle, something remarkable happens. You stop wasting energy on things you cannot control. You stop being disturbed by outcomes because you recognize they were never fully in your hands anyway. Instead, you channel all your energy into the one thing you can control: your response, your character, your effort. Practice this today. When something bothers you, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, which it usually is, then consciously let it go. If it is within your control, then focus all your energy there. This simple practice, repeated consistently, will transform your entire experience of life. Principle number 2, premeditatio malorum, anticipating adversity. After understanding what you can and cannot control, the next powerful principle is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. This might sound pessimistic at first, but it's actually one of the most practical techniques for maintaining your composure when challenges arise. The idea is simple. Regularly imagine worst-case scenarios, not to make yourself anxious, but to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. When you've already mentally rehearsed how you'll handle a difficulty, the actual difficulty when it comes is far less shocking and disturbing. Seneca practiced this constantly. He would imagine losing his wealth, his position, his friends, his health. He would mentally rehearse these losses, not with dread, but with philosophical acceptance. Then when real challenges came, he was prepared. He'd already processed much of the emotional impact in advance. You can apply this principle specifically to develop your ability to act unbothered. Before an important meeting, imagine it going poorly. Imagine being criticized or rejected. Then mentally rehearse responding with calm dignity and grace. When the actual meeting happens, even if it does go poorly, you've already prepared your response. This practice creates psychological insurance. You're no longer caught off guard by difficulties. You've already decided ahead of time that you'll maintain your composure regardless of what happens. This advanced decision-making is incredibly powerful because in the heat of the moment you simply execute the plan you've already made. Start small. Before your day begins, take 5 minutes to imagine potential challenges. Imagine traffic jams, difficult people, unexpected problems. Then imagine yourself handling each one with perfect calm. This mental rehearsal builds real capability. Principle number 3, amor fati, love your fate. Now that you've learned to anticipate adversity, let's take it a step further with amor fati, love of fate. This principle goes beyond accepting what happens to actually loving it, embracing it as perfect and necessary. This might sound extreme, but it's one of the most powerful ways to remain unbothered by anything. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame, and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. The obstacle becomes fuel." This is amor fati in action. Whatever happens becomes material for your growth and strength. When you practice amor fati, you stop resisting reality. Resistance is what creates suffering. Something happens, you don't like it, you wish it were different, you resist it, and this resistance creates emotional disturbance. But what if instead of resisting, you embraced? Imagine losing your job. The normal response is distress. Anxiety may be resentment, but with amor fati you might think, this is exactly what needed to happen. Perhaps this job was limiting me. Perhaps this is the push I needed to find something better or to finally start that business I've been thinking about. I don't know how this will ultimately serve me, but I trust that it will. This isn't positive thinking or denial. It's a radical acceptance and embrace of reality as it is. And paradoxically, this acceptance often puts you in a much better position to handle challenges effectively, because you're not wasting energy fighting against what already is. Practice amor fati with small annoyances first. Traffic jam? Perfect. Now you have time to listen to that podcast. Rainy day? Excellent. You needed a quiet day indoors anyway. Gradually work up to embracing larger challenges. Over time, this practice will make you virtually unshakable. Principle number 4. View from above. Cosmic perspective. After learning to love whatever fate brings you, another powerful technique for remaining unbothered is the view from above. This is a mental exercise where you imaginatively zoom out to see your situation from a cosmic perspective. Marcus Aurelius used this technique frequently. He would imagine viewing himself from high above, seeing first his palace, then Rome, then Italy, then all of Europe, then the earth itself, hanging in space. From this vast perspective, his problems, his conflicts, his concerns all appeared tiny and temporary. When you practice the view from above, you realize that whatever's bothering you right now is infinitesimally small in the context of the entire universe and all of history. This doesn't make your problems meaningless, but it does put them in perspective. It prevents you from catastrophizing or treating temporary difficulties as if they were earth-shattering. Try this right now. Whatever's bothering you, imagine rising up above yourself. See yourself from above, as if you were looking down from the ceiling. Then rise higher. See the building you're in, then the city, then your country, then the earth, then the solar system. From this perspective, that problem that seemed so overwhelming moments ago now appears quite small, doesn't it? This practice isn't about minimizing genuine difficulties. It's about preventing yourself from making normal challenges feel like catastrophes. It's about maintaining perspective so you can respond to problems appropriately rather than being overwhelmed by them. Make the view from above a regular practice. Whenever you feel disturbed by something, pause and zoom out. See yourself and your situation from a vast perspective. This mental move will help you maintain your equanimity no matter what's happening. Principle number 5, negative visualization. Closely related to premeditatio malorum is the practice of negative visualization. While premeditatio malorum focuses on anticipating potential adversities, negative visualization is about imagining losing what you currently have. This might sound depressing, but it's actually one of the most powerful techniques for both maintaining peace and cultivating gratitude. The Stoics would regularly imagine losing their loved ones, their possessions, their health, their position, everything they valued. Why? Not to make themselves miserable, but to remind themselves that these things are temporary gifts, not permanent possessions. This awareness made them less attached and therefore less disturbed when losses actually occurred. Seneca wrote, "What if you imagine that this is the last time you'll see a particular friend, or the last sunset you'll witness, or the last meal you'll enjoy?" This practice doesn't make you sad, it makes you present and grateful. It also prepares you emotionally for inevitable losses. When you practice negative visualization regularly, you stop taking things for granted. You appreciate what you have more deeply. And paradoxically, this makes you less disturbed by loss because you've been mentally preparing for it all along. You knew it was temporary from the start. Apply this practice to anything that if you lost, it would disturb your peace. Imagine your job disappearing, your relationship ending, your health declining, your reputation being destroyed. Then ask yourself, could I still maintain my peace and dignity? Could I still practice virtue? The answer is always yes, because your ability to practice virtue is the one thing that cannot be taken from you. This practice builds tremendous resilience. When you've already mentally prepared for loss, actual loss is far less shocking and disturbing. You're not caught off guard. You're ready. Principle number 6, the discipline of assent. Now let's explore a more advanced Stoic practice, the discipline of assent. This is the practice of carefully examining your judgments and impressions before accepting them as true. The Stoics taught that events themselves don't disturb us. Our judgments about events disturb us. Imagine someone insults you. The insult itself is just words or sounds. What disturbs you is your judgment. I've been wronged. This person doesn't respect me. I should feel angry. But these judgments are optional. You can examine them and choose whether to accept them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This is the discipline of assent. Between the stimulus and your emotional response, there's a space. In that space, you can examine your automatic judgments and choose whether to accept them. Practice this actively. When something bothers you, pause before reacting. Notice the thoughts that arose. Someone cut me off in traffic, they're a jerk. I failed. This is terrible. They didn't invite me, they don't value me. Then examine these thoughts. Are they necessarily true? Are they helpful? What alternative interpretations exist? Often, you'll find that your automatic judgments are creating your disturbance, not the events themselves. When you recognize this, you gain tremendous power. You can choose more empowering and accurate judgments. You can literally decide not to be bothered. This practice requires vigilance. Your mind will continue generating automatic judgments, but each time you catch one and examine it, you're building the skill of conscious judgment. Over time, you'll find that you're disturbed less and less frequently because you're no longer accepting every disturbing thought your mind generates. Principle number 7, living according to nature. The Stoics believed that human beings have a specific nature and that living well means living in harmony with that nature. What is human nature according to the Stoics? We are rational and social beings. Therefore, living according to nature means living rationally and cooperating with others. When you live according to nature, you experience less internal conflict. You're not fighting against your own nature or the nature of reality. You accept that change is natural, that challenges are natural, that mortality is natural. This acceptance itself prevents much disturbance. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that everything that happens is natural. Someone betrays you, that's human nature. People sometimes act selfishly. You grow old, that's natural. Your body fails, natural. Nothing to be surprised or disturbed by. It's all part of the natural order. When you adopt this perspective, you stop feeling like life is treating you unfairly or that you're uniquely cursed by difficulties. You recognize that challenges are simply part of being human, part of being alive. This recognition itself is deeply calming. Moreover, living according to nature means accepting your role in the larger whole. You're part of humanity, part of nature, part of the cosmos. You're not separate or isolated. When you accept this interconnectedness, you stop being so focused on your narrow self-interest, and the things that disturb your ego matter less. Practice this by regularly reminding yourself whatever happens is natural and part of the larger order. This simple reminder can prevent countless disturbances and help you maintain your equanimity regardless of circumstances. Principle number 8, the reserve clause. A subtle but powerful Stoic technique is the reserve clause. This is the practice of adding a mental qualification to all your plans and intentions' fate, permitting or if nothing prevents it. This small addition makes a huge psychological difference. When you make plans with the reserve clause, you're acknowledging from the start that outcomes aren't entirely within your control. You're committing to your effort and intention, but holding outcomes lightly. This prevents frustration and disappointment when things don't go according to plan. For example, instead of "I will complete this project by Friday," you think "I will work diligently to complete." This project by Friday, fate permitting. Then, if unexpected obstacles arise, you're not disturbed because you already acknowledged that possibility from the start. This practice helps you act as if nothing bothers you because you've already built acceptance of potential difficulties into your plans. You're never caught off guard. You never feel like life is treating you unfairly by not cooperating with your plans. You knew from the start that your control was limited. Apply the reserve clause to everything. Your career goals, fate permitting, your relationship hopes if nothing prevents it, your health aspirations as much as within my power. This mental habit creates tremendous psychological flexibility and resilience. You still work hard and aim for success, but you're not attached to specific outcomes. You focus on your effort, your virtue, your character. These are always within your control. Everything else you hold lightly with the reserve clause. Principle number 9, voluntary discomfort. The Stoics regularly practiced voluntary discomfort to build strength and to prove to themselves that they could handle adversity. Seneca would periodically live as if he were poor, eating simple food and sleeping in basic conditions. Marcus Aurelius maintained his philosophical practice even during harsh military campaigns. Why practice voluntary discomfort? Because when you regularly choose to experience difficulty, you build genuine confidence in your ability to handle challenges. You prove to yourself that you don't need luxury or comfort or ideal circumstances to maintain your peace. This confidence makes you virtually unbotherable. Moreover, voluntary discomfort recalibrates your expectations. When you've voluntarily been cold or hungry or tired, the minor discomforts of daily life don't register as problems. You've experienced worse and handled it fine. This makes you remarkably resilient. You can practice voluntary discomfort in many ways. Take cold showers, fast. Occasionally, sleep on the floor, do hard physical training, have difficult conversations you've been avoiding. Each time you voluntarily choose discomfort, you're training yourself to remain unbothered by involuntary discomfort. Start small and build gradually. The goal isn't to make yourself miserable, but to build strength. Each time you successfully handle voluntary discomfort, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I can handle difficult things. I don't need perfect circumstances to be okay. This practice transforms your relationship with discomfort. Instead of something to be avoided at all costs, it becomes just another experience you can handle. This shift in perspective alone will dramatically reduce how often and how much you're bothered by circumstances. Principle number 10, the evening review. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics practiced a daily evening review. Before sleep, they would reflect on the day, asking themselves, where did I maintain my composure? Where did I lose it? Where was I disturbed by things outside my control? What can I do better tomorrow? This practice creates a feedback loop of continuous improvement. You're not just trying to act unbothered, you're actively learning from each day's experiences. You're identifying patterns, noticing your triggers, and developing strategies for handling similar situations better in the future. The key is to approach this review with honesty, but without harsh self-judgment. If you lost your composure today, you don't berate yourself. Instead, you observe it with curiosity. What triggered me? What judgment or belief created my disturbance? How could I respond differently next time? This reflective practice gradually increases your self-awareness, which is essential for emotional mastery. You can't change patterns you're not aware of. The evening review makes you exquisitely aware of your patterns. Over time, you'll catch disturbances earlier and earlier until eventually you prevent them entirely. Make this review brief, just 5 to 10 minutes before bed. Write it down for maximum effectiveness. Note 1 or 2 moments where you maintained your composure and feel good about that progress. Note 1 or 2 moments where you could have done better and plan your response for next time. This simple daily practice compounds powerfully over time. Each day you're learning and improving. Within weeks, you'll notice significant changes in how often and how intensely you're bothered by circumstances. Within months, you'll have developed genuine mastery. Principle number 11, memento mori, remember death. The Stoics frequently contemplated their own mortality. Memento mori, remember you must die. This might sound morbid, but it's actually one of the most liberating and perspective-giving practices. When you regularly remember that your time is limited, you stop sweating small stuff. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say." And think, when you remember your mortality, that annoying comment someone made seems trivial. That failure that seemed devastating appears as just one small moment in a finite life. Why waste your limited time being disturbed by things that won't matter when you're on your deathbed? Memento mori provides ultimate perspective. It helps you distinguish between what truly matters and what's merely urgent or dramatic in the moment. Most of what disturbs us falls into the latter category, things that seem important right now but are actually trivial in the grand scheme. Practice memento mori regularly, not obsessively, but as a gentle reminder. Each morning you might think, this could be my last day. How do I want to spend it? Certainly not being bothered by traffic or criticism or minor inconveniences. This awareness helps you maintain peace and focus on what truly matters. The Stoics weren't morbid or depressed. They were some of the most effective and engaged people in history. Memento mori didn't make them withdraw from life, it made them live more fully and more wisely. It can do the same for you. Principle number 12, the inner citadel. Finally, let's discuss perhaps the most powerful Stoic concept of all, the inner citadel. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about this idea. You have a fortress within yourself that no external circumstance can breach. This fortress is your rational mind, your ability to maintain your principles, your commitment to virtue. No matter what happens, externally your inner citadel remains inviolable. Others can take your possessions, harm your body, damage your reputation, but they cannot touch your character, your integrity, your inner peace, unless you allow them to. This is the ultimate source of acting, as if nothing bothers you. When you fully realize that you have this inner fortress, that nothing external can truly harm you unless you consent to it, you become genuinely unshakable. External events continue to happen, but they cannot disturb your core. You remain at peace regardless of circumstances. Building your inner citadel requires all the practices we've discussed. The dichotomy of control teaches you what to defend. Amor fati teaches you to embrace whatever comes. The view from above provides perspective. The discipline of ascent guards the gates. Each practice strengthens your fortress. Imagine your inner citadel now. It's impregnable. Nothing can breach its walls without your permission. From this fortress, you engage with the world fully, but you're never at its mercy. You maintain your dignity, your principles, your peace, no matter what storms rage outside. This isn't about becoming cold or unfeeling. You still love, care, strive. But you do so from a position of unshakable inner strength. You've built something that external circumstances cannot destroy. This is the Stoic ideal. This is acting as if nothing bothers you, not through pretense, but through genuine inner strength. Bringing it all together, these 12 principles work together to create a comprehensive philosophy of life. They teach you to distinguish between what you can and cannot control, to prepare for adversity, to embrace whatever happens, to maintain perspective, to examine your judgments, to live according to nature, to hold outcomes lightly, to build genuine strength, to learn continuously, to remember your mortality, and to build an inner fortress. You don't need to master all 12 immediately. Start with 1 or 2 that resonate most. Practice them consistently. As they become natural, add another. Over time, these principles will weave together into a complete approach to life that makes you remarkably difficult to disturb. Remember, the goal isn't to never feel emotions. The goal is to not be controlled by circumstances. You can feel disappointment without being destroyed by it. You can feel anger without acting on it. You can acknowledge pain without being overwhelmed by it. This is mastery. The Stoics who developed these principles lived over 2,000 years ago, but their wisdom remains as relevant today as ever. Perhaps even more so in our age of constant stimulation and reactivity. These principles offer a path to genuine peace and strength in any era. Conclusion. We've reached the end of our exploration of Stoic principles for acting as if nothing bothers you. These 12 practices aren't just interesting philosophy, they're practical tools that can transform your daily experience when applied consistently. Now I encourage you not to merely think about these principles, but to begin practicing them today. Choose one technique and apply it to the next challenge you face. Maybe it's using the dichotomy of control to let go of something outside your power. Maybe it's practicing the view from above to gain perspective on a current problem. Remember, becoming unbotherable isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending not to care. It's about building genuine inner strength, developing wisdom, and creating an unshakable foundation that external circumstances cannot breach. Now I challenge you to leave the following phrase in the comments. Nothing disturbs my peace. This way I'll know you watched the video until the end and you're committing to these principles. Until next time, practice these Stoic techniques with patience and consistency. Let challenges be opportunities to strengthen your inner citadel. May the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus guide you toward a life of genuine equanimity and strength. Act as if nothing bothers you, not through pretense, but through the real inner power that these principles cultivate.